What is good, YouTube? It's your boy ChicoFilo here, man, back with another NBA 2K21 build video. And for this build video, man, we are going to make a LaMelo Ball build. LaMelo Ball is expected to be a top pick this year, so it's only right that we make a build that is dedicated to him. I have already played around with a couple test builds, and I think that I have found the perfect one. But anyway, I want to get straight into it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys drop a like. Make sure to subscribe as well if you guys want to keep up with all my content. And let's get straight into the video. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want a tutorial on how I made the face creation for LaMelo Ball, as you guys can see on your screen right now, I will put that right at the end of the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned until the end. So anyway, starting with the position, LaMelo Ball is actually listed as a point guard / shooting guard, but he is mainly going to be a point guard, so I think it's right that we stick with point guard. He is right-handed, and obviously jersey number is going to be 0. Moving on to our pie charts, there is really only one pie chart that best suits LaMelo Ball's archetype, and that is going to be this pie chart right here, which is the pure yellow or the pure playmaking pie chart. Even in the most recent draft analysis, LaMelo Ball was dubbed as an elite playmaker, so this is only right to be choosing this pie chart. So off the rip, as you guys can see, we get a crazy 95 pass accuracy and a 95 ball handle, but at the same time we still have a 75 3-point and an 82 midi and an 88 driving layup, a 69 driving dunk, so that we can really work with. Moving on to the physical profile, this one should be easy as well. We all know how fast LaMelo Ball is on the court, and LaMelo Ball doesn't really have a crazy amount of strength or vertical either, so that one's pretty straightforward. We are going to go with the first physical profile, which is the one with the most speed. Moving on to our attributes, the first thing we're going to do is max out all the playmaking. As you guys can see, we get up to 30 playmaking badges. However, we don't need all this post move, so we're going to take this all the way down up until it goes down to 29, then bump it up back to 30. So make sure to keep your post moves at 50. Moving on to shooting, we're going to max out our mid-range, max out our 3-point, max out our post fade, and for your free throw, you're going to keep going up until your shooting badges hit 16. So that should be at 83, I believe. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys 2 different variations of this LaMelo Ball build. So for the first one, we're going to max out our close shot, max out our driving layup, and max out our driving dunk as well. And then post up, keep going up until you get to 7 finishing badges, so that should be at 35. And then for defense, we're going to max out offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding. As you guys know, LaMelo Ball is a great rebounder. He averaged around 7.6 rebounds in his last season for the Illawarra Hawks when he played in Australia, so I think it's right to max both of these out. The next thing we're going to max out is perimeter defense and lateral quickness, and then we're going to bump up his steal by 1. So as of now, we have this badge layout with 7 finishing, 16 shooting, 30 playmaking, but only 1 defense and rebounding. You see, this is actually not a bad badge layout right now. On the offensive side of things, this build will be extremely hard to guard. As you guys can see, we have a 95 speed, 94 acceleration, and at the same time, we still have an 82 mid-range and a 75 3-point, which is pretty decent. At the same time as having a 69 driving dunk and an 88 driving layup. And of course, we can't forget the 95 ball handle as well. This build is basically going to be a speed boosting machine. The only issue so far, though, is the 1 defense and rebounding badge. I mean, we do have some decent defensive stats. We managed to max out our perimeter defense, lateral quickness, offensive rebound, and defensive rebound, but however, we still couldn't get an extra badge. Personally, for me, I wouldn't really feel comfortable with having only 1 defensive and rebounding badge, even if the attributes were good enough. And so I'm going to show you guys the second option, which I think will also be the better option for this build. So what we're going to do is actually take away all of his offensive rebound and put that into steal instead. And we're going to reduce the amount of finishing badges that we have. So take out what you put on post hook before and take out a little bit of the close shot as well until you get to 4 badges. So close shot should be up to a 76 now, and then we're going to use that and put this up on steal instead. And as you guys can see, if we put that all on steal, we can get up to 5 defense and rebounding. And now from having 7 finishing, we still have 4 finishing. And now, instead of having 1 defense and rebounding, we now have 5. So basically, to balance this build out, what we did was we sacrificed 3 extra finishing badges in exchange for 4 defense and rebounding badges. And for me, I think that is a much more viable option. So now this is the final badge layout that we're going to go with. I think this is much better than the first one. So now we are going to move on. The body shape that I'm going to choose for this build is solid. I think this is the closest one that resembles LaMelo Ball. Moving on with the height, as you guys know, LaMelo Ball is listed at 6'7", so this is the height that we have to go with. And to be honest with you guys, for the pie chart that we have chosen, this is actually the best height that we can choose. By being a 6'7", this automatically makes us a threat when we want to attack the paint, and at the same time, this also increases our rebounding quite a bit. So we're going to move on with 6'7". Moving on with the weight, LaMelo Ball weighs 190 pounds. And as you guys can see, that brings our speed to 90, acceleration to 87, and it also puts our driving layup back up to 80. Moving on to the wingspan, LaMelo Ball's wingspan is actually close to 83 inches, so this should be the wingspan that we choose. However, for the sake of the build, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think the best wingspan to go with this build is the minimum wingspan. As you guys can see, it puts our mid-range at 80 and our 3-point up to a 74. And if 2K21 is going to be the same as 2K20 when you get a +5 and all of your attributes once you hit 99, then that means our 3-point will go up to a 79. Mid-range will go up to an 85. And once that happens, this build is going to be extremely difficult to guard. So I'm actually going to give you guys an option here as well. If you want to strictly make this build a LaMelo Ball build and have the exact same measurements, then I suggest you go with an 83-inch wingspan. This is still a good build. However, for me, I know that having a minimum wingspan with this build is going to be a lot more beneficial, so I'm actually going to cheat it. I mean, to me, this still is a LaMelo Ball build. It's based on LaMelo Ball's archetype. The only thing that I changed was the wingspan, and having this one change actually changes this whole build dramatically. So I am going to go with a minimum wingspan. And once we do that, we have two takeovers to choose from: shot creator and playmaker. And as you guys know, LaMelo Ball once again is an elite playmaker, so it's only right that we go with a playmaking takeover. And just like that, guys, we have ourselves our LaMelo Ball build when we have built a pure playmaker with the shades of Jamal Murray, Kirk Heinrich, and D'Angelo Russell. Moving on with our badges, once again, this is our badge layout. We have 4 finishing, 16 shooting, 30 playmaking, and 5 defense and rebounding. Starting with finishing, I will probably put this on silver contact and silver fancy footwork, depending on how good hop steps are this year. If not, I'll probably put this on giant slayer, something like that. Moving on with our shooting, I will probably put dead out on silver, green machine on silver, range extender on gold, volume shooter on silver, talent shooter on silver, difficult shots on silver as well, and then either hot zone hunter on gold, or otherwise I can put that down to silver and then put my green machine up to gold. Now with the playmaking badges, we have a total of 30 playmaking badges to work with. So I'll probably have Hall of Fame Diamond, Hall of Fame Handles for Days, Hall of Fame Quick First Step, Hall of Fame Space Creator, Silver Unpluckable, Hall of Fame Bailout, Hall of Fame Needle Threader. And then depending on how well this badge works this year, I mean, it didn't really work that well in 2K20, so I'm probably going to keep that down to silver, or otherwise I'll just have Hall of Fame Floor General. And now with our defense and rebounding, I'm going to put up Clamps to silver, Intimidator on silver, and then either Pogo Stick bronze or Box bronze, or even Interceptor on bronze, something like that. So there we have it, guys. That is the LaMelo Ball build completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like these. Comment down below as well if you guys have any other ideas of which player I should make next. But now, like I said at the start of this video, I will give you guys the full tutorial of how you can make LaMelo Ball's face creation. So here it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.